What's going on, you guys? Salute to everybody in the building. We got to talk about a few things that happened since Mike Tyson's last appearance in the ring with Jake Paul. We got to talk about a few things. Hit that like button, you come on in. We go talk some boxing. Make sure you hit that like button as you come on in. But we gonna go hop right into it. We may do a live stream post-fight reaction to Jon Jones' fight with Stipe Miocic tonight. I don't know, right? We don't do too much MMA, but with the big fights or guys like Jon Jones, I tend to like to just to do a post fight just to get my thoughts because we've been talking about Jon Jones for a long time now. But other than that, boxing, Mike Tyson got in the ring with Jake Paul, 60 years old, 58 years old. Terence Crawford came out and said that Mike Tyson looked like trash. And for him to be training this long, he only threw 97 punches is crazy to me. I'm paraphrasing. What was crazy to me is what Terence Crawford said. I just cannot believe the guys actually said that about a 60-year-old veteran fighter. I mean, if you're gonna say he looked like trash, I mean that's not something you really post on social media, bro. Mike Tyson is a beloved fighter, and I saw the reaction from the fans, and not too many people outside of Bushido boxing is defending Terence Bud Crawford. I can't even defend Terence Bud Crawford for that one. I can't even defend it. Like you can't. For one, I respect my OGs. Maybe I got a certain level of respect for my elders. So you'll never see me come out and say nothing crazy like that, right? I just won't do it. Even if we in the locker room, we keeping it real, we talking about, I'll never come out in public and just be like, yeah, he looked like trash, he looked like shit, and the dude almost fucking 70 years old. That's just crazy. It just sounds crazy. But this is what Bud said, and a lot of people was not fond of the things that he said. I wasn't even fond of it. I'm more of a bigger fan, per se, of Terence Crawford than I am of Mike Tyson overall. But nah, man, that wasn't a good tweet at all. That's probably one of the worst tweets he could have ever tweeted. You trained for that long and you didn't do nothing. Bro, are we serious? He's almost 60 years old, bro. Him getting off the stool every round was a feat. Him getting up at that bell every round was a feat for a 60-year-old man. Regardless of who he is or who he was. Crazy, crazy work from Bud Crawford, man. But before we continue with that, man, I seen something else too, right? Before I continue with that, hold up. I seen something else, man. I can't just post pictures right now, so I got to kind of manipulate it. Hold up, where's it at? Yeah, right here. This shit right here. Keyshawn Davis hanging out. Keyshawn Davis hanging out with. I'm not gonna say he's hanging out with him. I'm not gonna say that. It could have been a situation where Ryan saw him. Ryan trying to be all buddy buddy, like I told you guys. He's one of those fucking dudes who's buddy buddy with you in your face. You know, say, oh, I was just playing and all that shit. And then when you behind the scenes, or when he's got a microphone in his face, or he on some type of podcast, or if he's in his own safe space, he's being racist as right? But Keyshawn and Raymond Ford was taking pictures with this dude. These young fighters today is different, bro. These young guys today is different. I would have been if I seen Ryan, it would have been best for him not to approach me. Cause I ain't got nothing nice to say about him. I don't even want you around me, bro. I seen the shit you've been saying. I seen the shit you've been doing. Keyshawn didn't check none of that shit. He taking pictures with this dude. And then he posted it on his stories. He got a lot of smoke for Devin. A lot of smoke for Tank. But the racist Ryan he ain't got no smoke for him, bro. He taking a picture with Raymond Forrest taking a picture with dude. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all little dudes, bro? Like, this dude said some crazy shit. Some crazy shit. Some shit that he should have got hit in the mouth for last night. He should have got hit in his mouth when y'all saw him. Or at the very least, checked him. Because you can't just be going around hitting people. All right? You just can't do that. But at the very least, you should have checked this punk ass. And that shit should have been on camera for the world to see. But I'm sure Ryan Garcia came with good energy, all trying to be all buddy-buddy. Because, you know, a lot of dudes seem to be scared of Keyshawn anyway. So he came buddy-buddy. And Keyshawn necessarily wasn't smiling in this photo. He isn't necessarily smiling, but you still took the motherfucker and posted it on your stories. What are you doing hanging out with Ryan Garcia? This dude said some of the craziest shit I heard a fighter say. Outside of Mike Tyson back in the day. But as far as racial type things, yeah, Ryan Garcia, he tipping the scale. And y'all over here taking pictures with this dude and shit. Like y'all, these young fighters, these young dudes today is super different. They super different. They totally different from the guys in my generation, the guys before me. Like, we're not too much different from each other. The guys in my generation, the ones before, we're not too much different. But these younger dudes that's in their 20s and shit are very fucking different, bro. Totally different type of dudes. Don't got no codes, no none of that shit. Just don't. There's a certain unspoken codes that men, especially black men, that we have, and these little dudes don't know nothing about none of that shit. They weak, bro. I respect them as fighters and shit, but as a man, I can't. Maybe they're mature and shit, but I question these little dudes. Just like, what? What? Got so much smoke for Devin, calling him a bitch, daddy's boy, all that. Devin's one of the most accomplished young fighters in the sport of boxing. You coming for Tank, and I come for Tank too, but I also put in the same sense. Tank is a bad little dude, but he don't want to fight nobody. That's true. But you got a lot of smoke for him, but you ain't got no smoke for Ryan, bro. You taking pictures with dude. After all that shit he was saying. I guess. Maybe I'm a minority here. Maybe I'm in a twilight zone. Maybe it's really not an issue. Maybe I'm making it into a big deal. Maybe it's more than maybe I'm making it out more than what it really is. But you got to check that shit, bro. I don't know, man. These young guys are different, man. I don't know. There's certain things I really want to say, but I'm not gonna say it on this platform like that. I'm not even gonna say it like that. You know what I'm saying? But these younger dudes today, man, I don't know. They super duper different. They different. They just not. They not the. Wow. Wow. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy. Katie Taylor has robbed Amanda Serrano. Amanda Serrano. Real quick, I'm talking about the ladies real quick. They came out, they humble as hell. You know, Amanda Serrano took back some of the stuff that she said. No, you shouldn't have took none of that shit back. She was cheating, bro. Or cheating, sis. She was cheating. Headbutting and shit. Well, whatever. Now you all cut up and shit. All right. Just let Katie Taylor, man. The most overrated fighter in the sport of boxing. If not the most, if the one of the most overrated fighters in boxing by far. One of the most gifted fighters in the sport of boxing by far. And she's like a female Joe Calzaghe. Just don't really like at least Joe didn't really get hit and shit like that. But maybe I'm being too hard on the lady and shit. But they put her on a pedestal that I don't think she needs to be on. Especially when you say she's the greatest female fighter of all time. When there's a woman by the name of Clarissa Shields out here kicking ass and taking names ever since the amateur days. So nah. She still won the fight. Magically, she still won the fight. After getting a point taken away, She threw 100 less punches and landed. The percentages wasn't the same. Amanda Serrano landed a higher percentage of punches and everything, and she still lost the fight. A unanimous decision. Maybe they see more value in Katie Taylor because she's Irish, and she's the Irish fans is always going to come out, and she has a strong support system. Maybe popularity won her that fight. I don't know what the hell it was, because it definitely wasn't her fist. If anything, it should have been a split decision for either lady. If anything, it definitely wasn't unanimous. And it should have been a situation where she should have lost because she got points taken away. And it wasn't that much of a separation to where she was way ahead in the cards and she was winning every round. And nah, hell no. Nah. You said Alicia Baumgartner beats both, huh? Salute to everybody in the building. Hey, Ryan don't got he don't got no issue. That's just a cop-out, bro. That's a cop-out. A lot of these younger dudes, man, look. I don't even know if I should go there, but no, we going there today, bro. Like, when I was younger, man, it wasn't no such thing as those excuses, bro. We had to own up to, like, if we fucked up or said some fucked up shit, or you know what I'm saying? We couldn't just blame it on mental health. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got mental health issues and shit. Like, what the fuck? Every other fighter, mental health issues, mental health, it's a real thing. But I don't know. I'm starting to believe that some of these dudes is using that shit to get out of shit. And you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with Ryan Garcia for real, for real. He's a drug addict, an alcoholic, and an asshole. That's all that's wrong with him. He knows exactly what he's been doing. He knows exactly what he's been saying. And guess what? He's going to keep doing it. Why? Because nobody's going to do shit about it. He's going to keep calling black people the N-word and all this stuff on social media, Twitter Spaces when he's drunk, and nobody's going to do nothing about it. Nobody. Maybe an OG like Bud will say something, somebody like that, but none of these little dudes that he should be fighting and shit, ain't none of them going to say nothing. And it seemed like he really wanted to smoke with Ryan. But now they trying to push Virgil Ortiz off on Boots because they already know what happened if Ryan gets in there with Boots. Hey, he be copping pleas when the camera's off. Yeah, he do, bro. I'm telling you, he be begging and he's super nice. He's super nice. You know what I'm saying? The dude's super nice. He's so nice that you'll almost feel bad if you put your hands on him. He's one of those dudes, bro. Then a week later, you see he said some crazy wild shit on social media. You're like, oh man, I should have smacked this dude in his mouth. But none of these dudes ain't gonna do shit to him, bro. They're not gonna do shit. He gonna continue to do and say the shit he's been saying if he's gonna continue doing it. And nobody's gonna do nothing about it. At this point, T.O.'s gonna do the same thing because none of these dudes go really check him for it. They ain't gonna say nothing, they ain't gonna do nothing. These little dudes today is just different. It's so much of a separation between my generation and maybe even like the guys that's maybe like in their earlier 30s. And from the guys that's in their 20s, this is a huge fucking difference, bro. It shouldn't be that much of a difference. It's a huge, significant difference. Them dudes that's in their 20s today, I'm just being honest, they soft as hell, bro. They soft. Look at the NBA, because it's ridiculous. Like, it's just not the same. It's not the same, bro. Hey, I heard about that, Kingston. I literally just saw something about that. Tevin Farmer said that Williams had paid us something. What did he say? Yeah, what did he say? Because he got exposed, but I just saw it like right before I start looking into this. Start going live and everything. Hey, you ain't lying, Chastity Thomas. Ryan said he knows this shit. He knows it. That's why he's going to continue to do it, because he knows when he see these guys in person, all he got to do is play this cool guy role. I'm just playing, and then they not going to do nothing, bro. Nobody's going to hit him in his mouth, bro. Somebody should hit him in his mouth. Take the fine. Hit him in his mouth. Who cares if they call it a cheap shot? Hit him in his mouth. Let him know that's from that shit you was talking, bro. Keep that shit up. It's going to happen again from the next dude. Go hit you in the mouth every time we see her at these fights, bro. I'll sit my ass in jail and I'll pay the fine. I'm gonna hit you in your fucking mouth, bro. I got the money. I got the lawyer. I'll hit you in your shit, dog. And if you really got a problem, we can make a fight happen too. That's what Keyshawn should have said. He didn't look necessarily happy in the picture, like he was smiling, but you still took the picture. You let this clown put his arm around you. That's just wild to me, bro. You said Zepeda too slow for Shakur. Yeah, Shakur really wants to fight Zepeda. Zepeda don't really want no smoke with Shakur like that. Y'all hit that like button for your boys. Zepeda don't really want that smoke like that. You said they both believe in Jesus. That's probably what it is. He came up to him and said, Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ is king, and Keyshawn said the same thing, and they took a picture. And Raymond Ford stepped in, too. Yeah, I don't know, man. These dudes are just different, bro. That's all I can say. Really good fighters and shit like that, but I don't know, man. I don't know. They couldn't have been me, though. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a situation where I either keep my distance, or if he came in near me, because I already know something's gonna jump off, and I really don't want to make a scene in front of all these people and all that. And I don't know what's wrong with them, Nick. I don't know, man. But they different. That's all I can say. They just different. I don't want to really bash them and shit, the younger guys and shit. But they different, bro. They way different. It shouldn't be that much of a difference. They significantly different. Ryan can't be. The way how disrespectful he is, and some of the shit that he's been saying, and then he'll turn around and spew Jesus Christ and all that. It's like, nah, man. Nah, bro, you ain't mentally ill or none of that, bro. You should get hit in your mouth. That's what should happen. And then he's gonna get a pass. You know, he'll get a pass for acting the ass, for just saying whatever, being racist, being disrespecting religions and all types of stuff, like Muslims, and saying like all the stuff that he was saying, bro. Like somebody got to hit him in his mouth or slap him. You know what I'm saying? Slap him. You know what I'm saying? Slap him. It's not a closed fist. Slap him. Shit, I'm starting to think them sit around. I wonder if he had anything to say, because he had a lot of feedback from that tweet. He had a lot of feedback. People was not feeling what Terence Crawford had to say. They was not feeling it. It was going viral too. He pretty much said Mike Tyson looked like trash. I'm like, damn, bro. You didn't even. Okay, I could have seen if you said that about Boots. You didn't even say that about Boots, bro. You didn't even say that about Boots. But you go call a 60-year-old legend trash? Say his form was trash? But you didn't say that about. I'm sorry, I got to come for Bud. But you told Boots, keep your head up and keep grinding, and you know. But Mike Tyson, oh, you look like trash, dog. Damn, it's like that? You didn't have that same animosity for Boots. Boots look like trash. How people Boots look like trash? Now, you didn't say that. You said that about the OG, though. Iron Mike, who had no legs. We couldn't even expect much. There's not much to expect for him, except for him to, hopefully he can land a good punch on Jake. Hopefully he can catch Jake and land that one good shot one last time. That's the only thing we could have hoped for. Other than that, he managed to get up off that stool every time. And we saw the fatigue. Mike Tyson was extremely fatigued. He actually came out with a statement. I wish I could put it on the screen. Said he had like 8 blood transfusions. He had a lot of shit going on the past few months. And he still got his old butt in that ring and made something happen. Just something. You know, it wasn't I didn't expect it to be a great fight. Especially if Jake Paul was, his plan was to pretty much carry him and to carry him straight to the bag. Because that's essentially what that fight was. Jake Paul got in that ring. Jake Paul he took it easy on the OG. He really did. Mike Tyson. Look at him, man. He looked like he is in good shape. He looking strong as shit, but age is a factor. Father Time is undefeated. That statement from Bud just wasn't a good one. I'm still a big Bud fan. Let's not get it twisted. But I gotta pull his coat on this one. That was probably arguably one of the worst tweets. Unless you was doing this on purpose to turn heel. That was probably one of the worst things you could have tweeted. As far as the sport is concerned, that's probably one of the worst things you could have tweeted. Especially considering it's Mike Tyson. He's the OG. You know what I'm saying? Grandpa Mike. When you said he looked like trash and he should have threw more punches, and like what? I was surprised he was able to keep his hands up that long like that. I was surprised that he was able to constantly keep getting up off that stool like that. He could have just said, fuck this shit, throwing it till I'm done. I'm tired. Nah, that old dog still mentally strong and finished through the fight at the very least. His body just wasn't going to enable him to catch Jake Paul. That's the reality of it. His legs wasn't there. He didn't have the legs. His balance was off. His footwork was messed up. He was standing square at times. I know I'm not the only one that's seen this. So what more could you have expected from a 58-year-old man, bro? And let's say this too. Mike Tyson's style, that's a young man's style. A young guy. Think about as Mike Tyson got over the years. He couldn't explode and be that's a young dude's style. Requires so much endurance, strength, and energy, especially leg strength. He didn't have it no more. He's old. So what did we expect? We gonna come out and trash the OG for trying? His name holds so much weight that even at 58 years old, he could still draw that kind of crowd, right? Draw that kind of attention and make that kind of money. At 58 years old. Why? Because of the legacy he's built. Because of his name in the sport. Because he's a beloved fighter. People love Mike Tyson. These fighters today ain't gonna get nowhere near as much love as Mike Tyson got. I don't see none of them getting that. Floyd could have been that guy, but he felt like he should have been the heel instead. But Mike Tyson, even when he was the bad guy, they still love him. He's like the Stone Cold Steve Austin of boxing. They just love him anyway, regardless of what he doing, what he say. Come on, man. I didn't expect that from Crawford. I actually took a little offense to that. Like, damn, bro, that's the OG, dog. Like what you on, bro? Are you sure you typed that shit? Because you had commas and everything in that motherfucking statement. Are you sure you did that? I don't know. I refuse to believe Bud Crawford's that disrespectful. He's never that disrespectful. Crawford, he's a guy who respects the sport and shit like that. No way Bud Crawford got up on there and said that shit. He don't drink, he don't smoke, he wasn't high, so what the hell happened? He must want to turn heel. This is Bud's opportunity to turn to the bad guy. Being a good guy ain't working. He ain't generating enough money. The bad guy brings in more money. Bud, the bad guy Crawford, man. Okay, Mike look like trash. Okay. But goddamn, bro's a fucking 60-year-old man. How many 60-year-old men you go? How many 60-year-olds you gonna see this even get in the ring like that? Even Bernard Hopkins started looking terrible as he started to age. And he was a great fighter even in his 50s. But he started to look bad as the age started to catch up. He just looked bad. The body don't work the same no more. Don't move the same no more. It's just not the same. It's obvious. This ain't the 40-year-old Mike Tyson. This is almost a 20-year later Mike Tyson. The 40-year-old Mike Tyson probably would have stopped Jake Paul within like 2 rounds. Easy. Probably one first round he would have stopped the 40-year-old Mike. But 60-year-old Mike, that's a whole different animal. That's a totally different thing. Y'all hit that like button for your boy, man. Salute to Maui for the super chat. He says Mike shouldn't have been in that period. This wasn't no expedition for Cheeto. Now he shouldn't have been in there, but he was in there, bro. And luckily for him, Jake Paul carried him. And Jake Paul had enough respect to not just make the legend look really bad in there. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul just put on a show. It wasn't the most exciting fight at all. I'm saying it put on a show as far as the event. Draw attention to the sport and everything else. So I see it from that aspect. The fight itself, my expectations wasn't too high anyway. Because it was a fight that I felt that shouldn't have even happened. But long as Mike Tyson didn't get hurt or knocked out, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? As long as Mike didn't get hurt or knocked out, and Jake Paul was an asshole about it, it played out, best way it could have played out. Mike was making sure his kids straight. Facts, bro. That's an extra 20 million plus, probably. He probably got plus 20 million plus to make sure his kids and them straight. You know what I'm saying? 58 years old and still able to grab $20 million purses. And this is why Lennox Lewis was hating. Lennox Lewis was hating. He's one of my favorite heavyweights ever, but he was hating. He was hating, boy. Ooh, he was hating. Lennox did not like that. He said, man, I beat Mike. I was better than Mike. How the hell he's still here? Well, that's because he's Mike, bro. People love Mike Tyson. They didn't care about his losses or none of that. They just love Mike. You said Jake Paul versus Ben Whittaker. Jake Paul might beat him. You said that was amazing to see Mike Tyson get back in the ring. It was amazing. It shouldn't have happened, but it was amazing. And it was amazing that he actually went to 4-8 rounds. Because he was dog tired after 2. Yeah, Netflix stream was terrible, man. It was terrible. It was crashing, and it was having some issues for sure. You said let Ward come back. Ward is still too young for Jake Paul. He's still too young, and Ward's just too good. Ward is too good. His style isn't really heavily reliant on athleticism and nothing like that. So Jake Paul is going to stay away from a guy like Andre Ward, who's like an IQ fighter. And Andre Ward knows how to get really down and dirty too. He knows a lot of dirty tricks and stuff like that. So yeah, Andre Ward destroys him. Jake Paul is not going to do anything like that, bro. He's going to beat up on older fighters. He's going to continue to do what he's doing until Canelo gets old. And then he's going to try to get Canelo in the ring. It's going to be it's going to make this, I don't know what it's going to do to the sport. Some people seem to like it. Like some of the fellow boxers or some of the people like Bill Haney came out and said Jake Paul is the face of boxing, like it or not. I don't know if I necessarily like that he's the face of the sport. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not gonna get too involved in the politics with these fighters and boxers, because them boxers be doing some sucker shit any fucking way. So I'm not gonna come to bat for them like that, because they be doing some weird ass shit any fucking way. And if a guy like Jake Paul can come up in here and kick y'all asses to the side of the road and take over the fucking sport, when they know, by all means. Because a lot of these fighters be saying and doing some weak ass sucker shit any fucking way. Let's keep it 1,000. So if a guy like Jake Paul can come up in here and take over and become the face of the sport, well, that's guys like fucking Tank Davis' fault. For him not giving the boxing fans, the real boxing purist fans, real fights. Compelling fights, compelling matchups. That's these guys' fault from duck and smoke. So Jake Paul, a guy who still should be pretty much an amateur, is coming out here fighting professionals, and pulling up old retired MMA champions and old boxers, old boxing champions and tough guys, and beating them up and making a lot of money doing it, right in y'all fucking face. What y'all gonna do about it? Abso-fucking-lutely nothing. Nothing. Jake Paul didn't just made himself one of the most popular fighters in the world. And he's not even nowhere near upper echelon at all. He's probably a D-level fighter at best. And he's now probably more popular than 75% of these fucking boxers out here. Whose fault is that for real, for real? You can look at the promoters, you can look at the management team, and you can look at the fighters themselves. That's why. That's whose fault it is. That a content creator, YouTuber, come up in here and steal all the shine and all the juice. He got in the ring with Mike Tyson and made $40 million fucking dollars, bro. $40 million. $40 million, bro. T.O. and all these dudes, when we compare them to Jake, that's what they get. That's what they get. Teofimo, bro, could have fought Devin. Oh, nah, I'm sorry, y'all. That fight ain't happening. Whatever he said with his lame ass. You weak as hell, bro. You weak, and this is why the sport is getting taken over by Jake Paul's. This is why. No, I don't like it. But this is what's happening. Why? Because of cowards. Cowardly behavior. Cowardly behavior, man. Not wanting to fight the best guys, and this is what happens. That's what y'all get. Over-marinated fights. Yep. Over-marinated fights, bro. Dudes stalling dudes out. Dudes like just whatever. That's what Barrios get too. Almost just he could have unified with Boots. You know what I'm saying? He could have unified with Boots after that Fabian Maldonado fight. He could have did not. He went in there where Abel Ramos almost got beat. Actually, he damn near did get beat. It was a split draw. He arguably lost. Moves like that is why guys like Jake Paul is taking over the sport of boxing. That's why. So I'm not even mad at Jake Paul. And to be honest, Jake Paul does a lot of good things for these people behind the scenes, despite the character he's portraying. He does a lot of good things. So I can't even be mad at Jake. And he didn't go out there and destroy the OG. You know what I'm saying? He talked a big game, though. But I knew Jake Paul wasn't. You just couldn't do it. See, like right there, he could have just punched Mike in his face If he was a true asshole, he didn't do it, man. Jake Paul knew what he was doing. He's a smart guy. He's pretty smart. He's crazy, but he knows what he's doing. I just wanted to get Mike in the ring to make some money, say I got in the ring with Mike Tyson. I can say I beat Mike Tyson now. Even though deep down I know I carried him and all that. It was some bullshit, 60 years old. I can still just say that. So that's what these fighters get, bro. That's what these boxers get. That's what they get. That's what they get. They fight on Jake Paul undercard. Champions. Mario Barrios, champion. Fight on his undercard. Jake Paul's. Come on, man. Whose fault is that? It's the fighter's fault. It's the promoters and the handlers and all these people that's ducking smoke fault. That a guy like Jake Paul can come up in here and kind of just handpick certain guys that's past the over the hill and get in the ring and make a lot of money doing it. He found a lane and he's riding it. And now guys like Canelo may be interested. Guys like Conor, just all these guys. Man, I can make a lot of money just by fighting Jake Paul. He's not that tough. One of the cash cows of the sport. Crazy, right? Jake Paul. Within what? He's only been boxing for 4 years now. Since 2020, I think that was his first pro fight. He's already one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing. That's just crazy as hell to me. Hit that like button for your boy, Jake Paul, man. The face of boxing, bro. Bill Haney said Jake Paul is the face of boxing, like it or not. 72,000 in Arlington Stadium, AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, wherever they was at. 72,000 people. 72,000 people, bro. Most of them probably came to see Mike, but now, if they anything, everybody knows who Jake Paul is. Everybody knows who Jake Paul is now. That was smart as shit. Because Mike Tyson is one of the most popular names on the planet. Even at his age, he's still probably one of the most popular dudes on the planet. If you had a top 25 most popular name, Mike Tyson is probably in that list. And this is not just sports, it's popularity, period. Like, whose name is a household name? Mike Tyson's name has to be there. You know what I'm saying? You got guys probably like Donald Trump, Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying? LeBron James. Now you got Jake Paul amongst these names. Come on, man. You said promotion-wise, that fight annihilates any past pay-per-view gross. Hey, I'm not quite sure what the numbers did because it was a free fight. So, but I'm sure it got like millions of viewers across the world. I'm sure, bro. I'm sure they got so much viewership from that, bro. It was really smart. And Netflix will probably if they continue to deal with boxing, I think it's going to get better as they do the live streams. It's going to get better. This is their first time. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't expect it to be perfect. The presentation and everything was top notch, though. Really, really well put together. A lot of money seemed like it was put into it. It almost rivaled a right on season type of, you know what I'm saying? It just looked really good. Hey, I'm gonna go cover Bones tonight, man. I'm gonna be here. So if you're an MMA fan, I'm gonna do the post fight reaction on Jon Jones fight tonight. Stipe Miocic. We're gonna see what happens with Jon Jones. We expect Johnny Bones Jones to kind of get through that fight pretty early, but we gonna see, man. We gonna see how Jon Jones look, man. He's been kind of on cruise control as far as his fighting career is concerned. He's been really on cruise control for quite a while. And now the narrative for Jon Jones, for those who don't know, who have been following, the narrative is that he's ducking Tom Aspinall, the interim heavyweight champion, the British dude. Dude could fucking fight, though. Dude look really good. He looks strong. He look like he could do a lot of things. He could get some good hands. He could fight. Jon Jones don't seem to really want to deal with this guy. He's coming up with some excuses. I'll bet it may be valid coming from Jon Jones, but a lot of MMA fans is coming for Jon Jones and calling him a duck and everything else. So, yeah, that's what's going on with Jon Jones right now. We're going to see how he looks against Stipe. He did mention that if he don't get a big fight, because he wants to fight Alex Pereira. He wants super fights. That's all Jon Jones wants to do. He wants to fight big names. There's not many guys out there outside Pereira anyway. So he said he'll just gladly walk away from the sport. He made enough money. He'll walk away until something else happens. He'll just watch from the outside like Brock Lesnar and wait till something happens. You said that's why GSP is the real GOAT. GSP is the GOAT, man. And he left on his own terms. GSP is definitely one of the best MMA fighters of all time. Easy. Top 5. Super consistent and everything else. Even though he got boring for some years with the laying and praying, he was playing it safe for a little minute. But GSP was a bad dude and a smart fighter and always was well prepared. Hey, GSP beating Bisping was huge for me, bro. That was tight. He came off a how many year hiatus, moved up in weight, and just destroyed Bisping and then retired again like a gangster. Man, GSP is a bad dude. He looked even better at middleweight. Yeah, they quit. They call Jon Jones a duck. Is Jon Jones ducking Tom Aspinall? I don't know, y'all. Dude, I seen Tom fight. He could fight. Dude could fight, man. But nah, man, I don't know, man. Jon Jones, I don't know, bro. Could we call one of the greatest fighters ever in Jon Jones a duck? Because he kind of wants to do what he wants to do. He don't want to fight Tom, though. The fans want to see him fight Tom. You know what I'm saying? But Jon wants big money fights. He wants lucrative fights. He wants big opportunities. He may have to look into boxing. Unfortunately for Johnny Bones Jones, he has no hands. His hands is terrible. If anything, he should have been working on over the years. If the kicking was going to stop, because likely the kicking will slow down a lot, especially at his age now. He should have been working on his boxing over the years. He has a significant reach advantage. He has an extremely long reach. Jon Jones should have been working on his boxing over all these years. The wrestling and all that shit is going to always be there for him. But he should have been working on his boxing skills because his boxing skills is absolutely terrible. And I think a lot of his fights, when he was kind of maybe having a hard time, would have been a lot easier for him if he knew how to box. Because the elbows is cool and shit. But you got, I'm just a firm believer that you just got to know how to fucking box, bro. You just got to know how to box. You got to know how to punch. You just got to know how to box, bro. Because if all fails, if your feet hurting, your knees hurting, your hands are still there. You know what I'm saying? You still got your fucking hands. And your hands is damn near the most important thing anyway, because you got to use your hands to protect your fucking face. So, I mean, I don't know. Hey, Bones versus Photon is great. But I don't know. Jon Jones could easily just take Photon to the ground and just kind of, you know, I don't know. Photon is an extremely strong guy, though, but I don't know, man. It's a compelling fight. I'm all in for it. I like both dudes. I'm all in for it, but Jones versus Francis? I don't know. I don't know about Francis right now. I'm not sure about Francis right now. You said Tom Aspinall is getting overhyped. Yeah, they hyping him up big time, bro. They hyping Tom Aspinall up big time. But Stipe is an old fighter now, so Stipe is an old fighter. I know heavyweights mature later, but Stipe is an old guy now, and he hasn't looked good in a long time. Really, this fight with Stipe really just don't make sense. Honestly, it just don't. To me, it don't. Nobody really believes that Stipe is going to stand a chance against Jon Jones. You know, I guess Jon Jones is kind of trying to go out on his own terms and do what he wants to do, and I'm not mad at him for that. Jon Jones kind of earned that right. He's been around for so long. You know what I'm saying? This is typically how it goes. So you said Jones 37, Stipe 42. Jones only 37? I remember he was 21, 20 years old. He first crawled into the octagon. He was like 20, 21. Or was it 22? One of the two. He was real young, though. You said Clarissa said pay her $6 million, she'll drop to one. Clarissa cannot get to 147. She'll have to take off a whole leg. You see how thick she is? There's no way she's getting down to 147 to fight Katie Taylor, bro. I would love to see it though, because I want to see Clarissa go in there and beat the hell out of her. But Clarissa might be too weight drained. Clarissa's a big girl, man. She's a pretty big girl. She's a pretty big girl. She's not a girl for little dudes either. Like, if you're a smaller guy, you might as well just leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a kind of bigger guy, like a bigger dude to deal with a big chick like Clarissa, because she might kick your fucking ass if you're a dude. that's 5'6", 140 pounds, she might beat your ass, man. So you might as well just leave her alone and save her for the bigger dudes. The dudes that's like 5'10", 5'11", and up, maybe like 180, 190 pounds plus. Because Christian Shields going to beat the shit out of you, bro. Christian Shields also beat the shit out of Katie Taylor, too. And it's disrespectful that they call Katie Taylor the greatest female fighter of all time. Oh, my God. I almost threw up when I heard that. Like, what? Amanda Serrano, even though she lost, she's still way better than this chick. Could even beat a fighter that was came from like 7 weight classes down. She's sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Don't get me started on Katie Taylor, bro. She's not even a mean chick. She's actually a nice lady and shit like that. But she's just overrated, bro. She's not as good as they say. Not to me. She's not as good as they say. They put a lot of hype on her, and she gets a lot of gift decisions that I don't think she deserves. But they gotta have some chick, you know. Yeah, the UK protection program, bro. She's super protected though. Like, how the hell she get a gift decision over Amanda Serrano? I know it's maybe not a lot of Puerto Ricans down there in Texas, but it's a lot of Latino community. How the fuck did that happen? How did Serrano get beat twice? And then she got robbed the first fight in New York, where there's a lot of Puerto Ricans. I'm sure there's a lot of Irish too, but there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in New York, as we know, on the East Coast and shit. She still lost, bro. Nah, man. Katie Taylor is the most protected fighter. She's the most protected fighter in boxing, bro. There's no way. Oh, yeah. The 12-6 elbows is allowed now. So that DQ Jon Jones had years ago from Matt Hamill, they should go ahead and take that off his record now. He's an undefeated fighter. That's crazy. Jon Jones, undefeated. Because that 12-6 elbow is legal now. That's kind of brutal. Holy shit. You better get your ass up. 12-6? Oh, my God, bro. That 12-6 elbow is so brutal. That changes the game completely, bro. Because doing the regular elbow is kind of like more of a technical type thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that 12-6, man, that's literally just like you just smashing your elbow down on somebody. Just like, oh my God, bro. Oof. Man, MMA fighters, man, you got to respect them dudes, man. Get your ass up off the ground. Don't be on the ground no more now. And a new rule, too, they got rid of dudes started to abuse it, though. But you know how in the UFC, for the people who don't know, you can't knee an opponent in the head when they have was it a knee on the ground or a hand on the ground? One of the two or both. But now that rule is gone. So you can't just sit there and have one hand on the ground and then just try to, stop them from like kneeing you. No. Then you get kneed in your fucking head now. Like, they got rid of that shit. They changed up the rules, man. It changes the game. So a lot of dudes ain't gonna be able to manipulate the rules to get through these fights now. It's a real, for real fight. It's a real fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really got to worry about getting kneed in the head now. You really got to worry about getting elbow in the head. It's a real fight now. Ooh, shit. Oh, man. Katie Taylor, what will give her credit for is her tenacious. She's really tenacious. Her flurries, why they lack power, they are fun. Like, she just be spamming punches. That shit be coming out fast as shit, too. They was coming out fast. Amanda's not necessarily that slow, but Katie Taylor was just just. So I give her credit on that, and I don't really mean to be so hard on the lady either, but the hype is just ridiculous, bro. And then, like, Katie, you headbutting and shit, and like, stop headbutting. Stop. You said that kick to the shin needs to be gone. Salute to you for the super chat, bro. Do you talking about that oblique kick when they hammer down on a fucking I don't mind the round kick to the leg because it's kind of like a technical thing, still a technique applied. But that little stomp to the knee and shit that Jon Jones was doing for years, I absolutely hate that. I think that's one of the worst things they allowed because it's not hard to do. It's actually really easy to do. Anybody can do it. And it's extremely damaging. It's damn near career ending. You know what I'm saying? Rampage said his leg still fucked up from that shit. Hyperextended his knee. He said his knee still fucked up from what Jon Jones was doing that to him. And that was the first time we really seen that happen in the fight when Jon Jones was doing it to Rampage. He was stomping down on his knee. Rampage didn't even know how to stop it. Guys didn't even know how to stop that back then because it was so new. Like, who the fuck? This is like an unspoken rule. You don't do those dirty type of techniques. But this is not what we do, but this is what Jon Jones did. Then it became a thing to where you see more guys doing it now, where they just kind of stomping at the fucking knee and stomping at the shin and shit. Like, bro, that's kind of dirty. To me, it's kind of dirty. To me. Now, if that on the streets, you most definitely better use that move. That's one of the first things you damn near should do if you're on the streets. But as far as in a competition, nah, it's kind of cheesy to me. Salute to ASVP TV for another super chat. He said, yeah, Jon Jones using a rep page. He said his leg, yeah. Yep, I just said that. He said his leg still messed up from that, bro. That was years ago, damn near a decade ago. He said his leg is still messed up from that shit. He said his leg, he said he couldn't even do nothing. Like, back then, they didn't know how to stop that. He's like, whoa, what's this? And it was real creative, and it wasn't against the rules, but to me, it was just so dirty. It was dirty, bro, because it's just kind of easy to do. It's almost like an eye poke. Like, it's just easy to do. Like, you just stomp. There's no real technique involved. You know what I'm saying? To throw a proper round kick, it requires technique if you pivoting and spinning and all that. But when you just stomping at somebody's leg, that's anybody can do that. It's too brutal and it's just too excessive. That's a street move. For me, that's a street move because it can ruin somebody's career. You know what I'm saying? We here to make money and shit. We ain't here to just ruin people's careers and shit. There ain't gonna be nobody to fight if you fucking ruining everybody's career. So yeah, I never liked that move from Jon Jones, and I didn't like when other fighters use it either. You know what I'm saying? Guys do it a little differently now, but back when Jon Jones did it, man, he was nasty with it. He was a nasty dude. Not to mention he was eye poking a lot, and Jon Jones was a real nasty guy. You said oblique kick and eye poke, yeah, bro. The oblique kick and the eye poke was Jon Jones' specialty. As good as a fighter he is, he had two special moves that was super dirty and extremely effective. Yeah, that's really some kung fu shit. Yeah, man. That's some Ip Man kung fu shit. That's some shit you do on the street. Dude trying to square with you, just boom, oblique kick him right in his shin and in his knee real fast. And stomp down on his knee real fast. I mean, it's super dirty, but it's some shit you use on the street for sure. I wouldn't use it in competition, me personally. I just wouldn't do it. I got too many. I just couldn't do it. But in the streets, oh man, I'm tearing your legs up. I'm double stomping on your knee. I'm gonna do a running double drop kick like a pro wrestler on your knees. Like all that. But in the ring, nah, man, I'm not doing that dirty ass shit. You said Izzy and Photon counter that move. Yeah, bro. Only the elite kickboxers can counter that shit for real, for real. The elite kickboxers can counter that shit, but a lot of guys for years couldn't figure that stupid shit out. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Hit that like button for your boy. Boy Crawford said Mike Tyson was trash today. I'm gonna say his performance was trash. Let me not misquote him. Said his performance was trash, and that he only threw 97 punches, and he trained that long to only throw like that. That was crazy to me. Damn, maybe the expectations of Mike Tyson was higher than I thought it was. I didn't expect the old man to go out there and look like he did when he was in his 30s or even 20s or even 40s. You know what I'm saying? I just hoped that he didn't go out there and get hurt ultimately. You know what I'm saying? That was just for me. I didn't want to see the OG get embarrassed or hurt or knocked down and nothing. I was hoping Jake Paul did the right thing. And in the end, Jake Paul did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got the victory over Mike. I don't think not too many people is going to really care or count this against Mike or nothing like that. But it was a cash grab. And a lot of boxers probably pretty upset or feeling some type of way. It's like, fuck, I'm still barely making $500,000, $1 million a fight. And Mike Tyson hasn't been in the ring in a real fight, not counting Roy Jones, but a real fight damn near 19, 20 years, and he still demands $20 million. He still demands $20 million. That's wild. That's crazy work. And they was able to get it, bro. Jake Paul was able to find a way to make the bag. $40 million, bro. Jake Paul got $40 million on top of probably whatever else he got behind the scenes. Whatever he got behind the scenes. The people that betted on Mike Tyson, Jake Paul probably gonna let them keep their money. Honestly. All that. You go sign a contract. Jake, that was just for show. Jake Paul is all for fighters getting paid. He ain't gonna take those fighters' money. He's making more money than them. His YouTube alone probably makes more money than the fighters make. You know what I'm saying? His social media platforms and shit like that, and just probably makes more money. So Jake Paul, essentially catapulted himself to the face of boxing somehow. I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's just the reality. Guys like Tank, who's 30 years old, who's criticized for having a baby resume, and Canelo Alvarez doing his thing, but he's leaving a lot to be desired too. He's not necessarily giving the fans the most compelling fights he can give us right now. Canelo's kind of on autopilot. I don't know what Canelo's gonna do. He's going to fight Christy Banks Jr., I guess, right? That's not a fight fans was really checking for. So, he's not going to fight Dave Morrell or David Benavidez. He likely won't give Terence Crawford a shot. So, I don't know. But Jake Paul is, I guess they say he's the face of the sport now, man. It's crazy. Conor might be too small for Jake. I think Conor's too small for Jake. Jake is pretty big. Conor and Crawford would be good. But I think Jake Paul is just too big. Jake Paul is not necessarily a small guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not a small guy. You said Jake versus McGregor? Oh, yeah, that dude crazy fucking numbers, bro. That promotion to that fight would be insane. Oh, my God. Conor McGregor is a funny guy, bro. He is funny as hell. Yeah, that promotion to that fight would be crazy good. But I don't want to see Conor probably go out there and lose. I don't know if I want to see that. I'm a fan of Conor. I like Conor McGregor. I don't want to see him go out there and get beat up by Jake. I'm tired of seeing these dudes getting beat up by Jake, honestly. What's up, DGO082? What's up, man? I'm tired of seeing these guys get beat up by Jake, bro. Now, Photon don't need to do oblique kicks. He's too good for that. He don't need to do that. He's already dangerous. He don't need to do that. He's that'll be really cheating then. You said Canelo versus Jake Paul breaks records. It probably would, bro. Canelo and Jake, Canelo and Jake, and Jake and Conor will be some really high selling fights, bro. Canelo and Jake, and yeah, those are big money fights, man. Jake Paul put himself in position, bro, to where he could damn near any fighter that's kind of past it, who's looking for a big payday, who had a name, could probably look to Jake Paul to make us some money, bro. He could look to make some money. Nah, Jake Paul is gonna stay away from fighters like Photon, bro. He's not gonna fight anybody in a prime or anybody that's a champion currently or anybody even in the top 10. He's not gonna do none of that. He's gonna fight some older, undersized, past prime guys, and he's making a lot of money doing it, bro. It's This is just what he's doing. He skipped fighting through the amateur rankings. He skipped going through the Chitlin circuits and being a club, fighting in the clubs. He skipped all of that. He went straight to the former champions. I'll bet he has a significant weight advantage over these dudes a lot of the time and shit like that. But Jake Paul will never fight none of these guys that's still in a prime or even recently done. A lot of dudes he beat up on has been done. His fights aren't necessarily really exciting either, honestly. To be honest, Jake Paul fights aren't really exciting. He be knocking dudes out in pretty nice fashion. Those guys that he really supposed to beat up, but his fights aren't necessarily like really exciting. It's just a lot of hype and a lot of build up, and he knows to really, get people's attention. He's really good at that. But I ain't got nothing really bad to say about Jake per se. He do get his butt in there and train, and he do everything he got to do. He's fighting. He skipped, like I said, he skipped the amateurs and all of that and went straight to like the big lights. He's fighting in front of 70,000 some people. You know what I'm saying? Almost like he was kind of made for it, but he kind of started too late. You know what I'm saying? So he's just doing what he can with what he got, and it's fucking working, bro. So I can't hate on Jake. And not to mention, he does a lot of good things for the fighters behind the scenes. He's making sure the ladies get their shine. I'm surprised his fighter in Amanda Serrano lost with it being his promotion. With headbutting Katie Taylor, but that's just kind of how it goes. You said what? What's a recent pass to the heavy that's in their 40s that Jake could fight? Recently, I wouldn't say Wilder. No, no, none of them, bro. Because a 40-year-old heavyweight is still extremely dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like 40s is older, but it's not 60 old. You know what I'm saying? A 40-year-old guy can still make some shit happen. You know what I'm saying? He may not have the stamina or endurance as a younger guy, but certain things will still be there for a 40-year-old guy if he's taking care of himself over the years and stuff like that. He's gonna stay away from a 40-year-old heavyweight. And the only reason why he fought Mike is because Mike's a smaller guy too. Mike's 5'10". You know what I'm saying? You said Paul versus the president? Paul ain't gonna fight the president, bro. I heard he looking to fight again too. Ike Ibubuchi. I heard he's looking to fight again. Yeah, he got out of prison. Yeah. He's 50 years old. He just got out of prison. He probably a motherfucker too, though. He fought the old Anderson, dropped him and shit. That shit pissed me off, bro. Man, don't go and get me started, bro. Because Anderson's my guy. And I mean, he was old, man. Anderson's like 50 and shit. Oh, you said Tony Bellew. Yeah, Tony Bellew was calling out Jake, talking a lot of shit. Tony Bellew was in the crowd talking shit. Get Tony to fight. I think Tony Bellew and Jake would be good. Tony Bellew's, he's retired and all that, but he's not like too far removed to where he'll, you know what I'm saying? He's a bigger guy. He's not some little dude. Yeah, Tony Bellew versus Jake Paul. Put it in the UK or something. Jake Paul ain't gonna do that. Tony Bellew will destroy him. You said Opicia's fight is competitive? Zerudo looks really good now. We go see, man. Zerudo, I would have expected Zerudo to be a big name right by now. At least amongst the Mexican boxing fans, to where, you know what I'm saying, like to where he's one of the draws, but he's not. He's a good fighter too. The Opicia fight, I'm not sure if Zerudo won. Is there boxing today? Because if it is, shit, it definitely got overshadowed by Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, and then we got Jon Jones tonight. People will be trying to see what Jon Jones looking like. You said in the US, 70K fans sound like 70K. In the UK, 10K fans sound like 70K. The energy is so different. Oh, yeah. Very different. Oh, yeah. Turkey had a Mexican card today. He did. He did. Turkey had a card. I think it was like a Mexican something card. But yeah, you guys. Yeah, Bud Crawford, man. That wasn't good. That wasn't a good look from Bud, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mike Tyson probably didn't look good, and yeah, he didn't belong in there. But come on, man, that's the OG, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, this is the OG Mike. You know what I'm saying? Let the OG Mike do his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? As long as he didn't get hurt, he got up out of there. And he's $20 million richer now. So, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? A beloved fighter in the sport of boxing. Everybody loves Mike Tyson. Even if you don't like Mike Tyson, you like Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? He's been around too long. Katie Taylor, man, you owe Serrano a rematch. You they gonna probably fight more times than that because this is gonna be like a 2-1 type of situation. So they probably gonna fight 4 times or some shit. But you owe Serrano another rematch because you a dirty fighter. You get gift decisions. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, she gets the gift over Amanda Serrano every time. Amanda Serrano got to switch it up a little bit, use her feet better. Her feet was too slow. She was looking kind of predictable at times, in my opinion. And she was there to be hit as well. So, and if she knew the headbutt was coming, I got to give it to Amanda a little bit too. And if she knew the headbutt was coming, she should have left the elbow or forearm out so she can run into some shit. If she was on that goofy shit, then show her some goofy shit. You gonna run right to this elbow and split your own head open. Stupid. So that's what she should have did in that fight. But she's super humble afterwards. I mean, she's a sweet lady. So, you know what I'm saying? We gonna see if the ladies have the rematch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Should have happened in the octagon. It should have happened in the octagon since Katie Taylor likes to fight real dirty anyway. So yeah. And Keyshawn Davis, bro, and all these younger fighters, they just different. Um, they just different. They just significantly different from our generation, my generation, the guys above me, just different, bro. Like, I don't know, man, whatever. He's taking pictures with Ryan Garcia and shit. I question why in the fuck was he even around you after the shit that he was saying and doing. And, he should be one of the main targets for you. Actually, I think old boy, Neji, asked you about dude. You know what I'm saying? And now you taking pictures with him. Ryan Garcia's that guy who's a snake. You know what I'm saying? Like Tio, he's a buddy. When he's around you, he knows how to put off this vibe, this energy to where he's harmless. He's holier than thou, Jesus Christ, and all that. But he's absolutely a piece of shit, scumbag racist. But yeah, salute to everybody in the building. Hit that like button for your boy. We go stop for the post-fight reaction. See how Jon Jones looks tonight. It's been a while since we've seen Johnny Bones Jones, since his fight with the French guy, I forgot his name. But he's fighting Stipe Miocic. I don't necessarily care for this matchup per se. Stipe is past it. He's been past it for quite some time. But I'm just looking to see how Jon Jones looks tonight. Salute to everybody in the building. I love you, Mom. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.